Welcome everybody to this Monitor Audio webinar. Thank you for all joining us. We're obviously very kindly invited by Essential Install Live. Thank you to David for having us along for this 30-minute session. We'll be covering Monitor Audio's custom installation products. It'll just be an overview for everybody. We're not going to go into any technical detail or cover any specific models in detail. If you want more information, then obviously that is available on monitoraudio.com, or please get in contact with us. The details will be repeated at the end of this webinar, but you can send an email to us using the address webinar@monitoraudio.com. I'm John Bennett. When I'm not doing this, I'm looking after our custom install and retailers based across the centre of the UK, helping them develop their business, identify products they've not been using, and custom install is definitely one of those that is a hot topic. If you've got any questions during this webinar, then unfortunately, because we're limited on time, then please just drop them into the questions section. I won't be able to answer them live, but afterwards we will grab those and respond to you in a timely manner. Okay, let's get going. So basically, we're going to cover a little bit of history, a little bit about Monitor Audio if you don't understand this already. So this is a presentation for people who maybe are new to Monitor Audio, or it's a great refresher to people who have been along with us, and maybe a bit of an aide-memoire. We're going to look at some of the highlighted features, why we do custom install and why it might be important to you. A quick overview of the naming summary, the letters and digits that we use on our products, but I'm not going to go into detail with that one because it would take too long. And then just a brief minute or two overview on each of the individual ranges. So all of the custom installation speaker ranges that we do, as well as the electronics. And finally, I'll round up just with a bit of information for you to know, as a partner of ours, what you get in terms of marketing and support. So, Monitor Audio, who are we? Well, we've been around for nearly 50 years now. The business was founded very much on the laurels of hi-fi speaker design and manufacture. We're very well known in the hi-fi industry and as well in the custom install industry. The foundation of the company, based always in the UK and always wholly British owned and managed, and that's still until this very day. That gives us some real great benefits. We're based here in the UK, down in Rayleigh in Essex, but we have our business development managers which cover the entire of the UK. And the main point, as well as having all our sales, our marketing, our support, our warehousing all based in Rayleigh, we also have on site our industrial design, our acoustics, the whole shooting match of in-house research and development is done here in the UK. So that means a quick cycle in terms of developing products, in terms of responding to product needs, in terms of holding events to consult with our industry partners and as well with our custom installers. You may have been part of one of these events where we can look at the future of Monitor Audio and how we develop our products. So we do listen to you, and that influences us, and it can actually be a much faster process than with other companies. Obviously, yes, we started and still do very much fly the flag for stereo reproduction, high quality surround sound systems and multi-channel systems. But today we're going to mainly talk about obviously our custom install speakers, those designed for interior, for exterior, for use on things like marine, and also for extreme environments. And we also, as of the last couple of years, have developed our own range of electronics. So hopefully with a project that you can deliver through Monitor Audio, you could deliver a source, amplification and the entire speaker project through one manufacturer. We've been doing this for quite a considerable amount of time. We're not new to this, and obviously we've learned a lot of lessons in hi-fi speaker development, and a lot of that has carried across into the custom install speakers that we develop. So they are designed with the usual Monitor Audio cornerstones of high performance, reliability and overall ease of use. So custom install, we have unique technologies for Monitor Audio. These were generally developed in the first place for our hi-fi speaker ranges, although some are developed specifically for the custom install ranges in the more modern models. These have been translated across to our custom install speakers. The great benefit of this as well is there's a great amount of synergy between the hi-fi the traditional speaker, the lifestyle speaker ranges, and our custom install speakers. So there's the opportunity to integrate the two together, and you have less issues in terms of matching the systems. As you've probably already seen, if you've delved into our custom install section on our website, you've looked at our portfolio, it is vast. It's very diverse. It isn't as complicated as you may originally feel when you first look at the entire layout of all our products. It does make sense once you start to understand it, and we provide all the support and training in terms of getting the most out of the products that you feel you need, and also we can identify products that we think would work with your business. All these products work in a number of different locations, so we don't solely focus on one specific area of custom install, as you'll see shortly. A classic monitor audio given for our hi-fi ranges is outstanding build quality of our cabinets, and that goes straight across into our custom install products as well. One of the first comments I always get from retailers when I'm first speaking to them and they're looking at custom install products, be it our flagship right down to the entry level product, is how well they're made, and then once they're connected up and the client is using them, how well they perform. And generally there's a surprise of how competitive our price points are as well. Translating across to some other manufacturers on the market, we punch very well beyond our prices. We design the products with the installers in mind. So as I said earlier, we do consult with you, and our design teams are obviously very mindful that you need to install these products as quickly, as easily as possible with minimum amount of fuss. And also they are obviously going to stay in that ceiling, that wall, that location for quite a while. It needs to perform. We also offer a huge range of accessories and add-ons. So pre-construction, we offer bracketry and guidance in terms of through our technical support team. Or also we have a tie-in with obviously Cedia and the Cedia Designer software. And accessory-wise, obviously we can provide you with back boxes for all of our speakers that don't come with acoustic hoods on there, as well as the usual templates, stands, brackets, those kind of things. It is vast, and please check our website. If you go to the accessory section, you'll see what is available. One big banner that I like to fly as well to make people aware is we offer a lifetime warranty on the majority of our custom installation products. That is something obviously you can look at in more details. You can read the full terms and conditions on there. You can see the link to monitoraudio.com/warranties. That's available on most of our custom install range. The large majority of it. There's only certain products are excluded, and you will understand why when you read that on there. But they still come with a full 5-year warranty. So just quickly touch on this. We won't go into too much detail, but we name our products up so we can quickly identify them, and you as an established dealer or us as the manufacturer can easily converse with you about the products. We're not going to go deeply into this, but it's basically so you can understand what the product is, where it will be installed, and how it will perform. As you can see on there, we've given an example of one of our most popular speakers, a C265 IDC. And in that case, the C is just identifying it's a ceiling speaker model. If it was a wall model, it would be W, and so on. The first digit there tells you the level of technology we have in the product. So the increasing numbers there tell you it's a more capable product. And then the last 2 digits there give you the idea of the size of the mid bass driver on the product. So you know the performance level you should be expecting from those 3 digits. And then the little suffix at the end, if there are any special features to the product, and that can be monitor audio specific technologies or a particular arrangement of drivers or anything like that, will be shown at the end. So at the moment, it probably won't mean too much if you're not familiar with monitor audio. If you have an account with us, those will probably trip off your tongue very quickly. If you need any more information about this technology, then please have a look, and there's a better explanation on our technologies and this naming system, and that's all available again on our website. You can see the link at the bottom there. So if we quickly look at each of the ranges to give everybody a good idea of what we produce in the custom install range. So the core range, as it says there, is going to be the base of a lot of your business. You will probably find at least one of the speakers from this core range, of which there are over 20 odd speakers. They will be in one of your installations, part of every installation. We have different options in terms of in ceiling and in wall models, different drive unit sizes ranging across that, different depths as well, depending on the technologies and the size of the drive unit. All of the products come with trimless magnetic grills, and right from our entry-level speaker, you've got pivoting tweeters on there, obviously not in the models like a dipole where it wouldn't work. And a key technology that we offer straight from this core range is Monitor Audio's inverted dual concentric, which is basically a pivoting tweeter and mid-range module, which you can see on that example speaker at the bottom right of the slide there. That is the C265I-DC, noting that on there. That gives you a full three-way speaker design in an in-ceiling speaker, or we do on more variants. Fantastic Monitor Audio technology there, and I suggest you investigate it. Depending on the model, we also offer various switches to compensate for high frequency levels, mid levels, and also boundary compensation in case you're getting any bass boom from the products. And also starting the core range, we offer a number of single stereo in ceiling models. So to cover those smaller secondary listening environments, they're available. The Slim range that was introduced basically to give you installation in mainly wall locations, or in some ceiling locations where you've got less than 100 millimeters of depth available to you. It takes the drive unit technologies from our core range and basically offers you the same kind of performance while slimming it down and losing about 20 to 25% of the overall depth, which can be quite handy if you are stuck on an installation. You've cut a hole already for a particular size, you can potentially switch it over to another model in our core range or potentially the Slim range. These come with the option when you order them, and this is unique to the Slim range, of ordering it with a round or a square grille. It must be noted on all the other ranges that we do, it's generally an in-ceiling speaker comes with a round grille, but it can be ordered as an optional extra with a square grille. We also offer a premium grille as well, a stainless steel grille, which is a beautiful piece of machine etched accessory, which again you can see on our website, and that fits onto a number of our 6 and 6.5 inch models. Following on from the Slim range, you guessed it, the Super Slim range. So this is a more recently introduced range in the last 3 odd years. Fantastic performing in-ceiling speaker. Those that have used this speaker when they've cut out a hole for one of our core range 6.5 inch model and then discovered that there is something in the way and they still need to install a speaker in that location, the models here have been very, very handy. They've got mounting depths of 50 millimeters, and that's for the in-wall and the in-ceiling models. Still come with obviously magnetic grills. They cover technologies right from our entry-level drive unit technologies right up to using our high-frequency micro-pleated diaphragm unit, which is found in our flagship speakers like Platinum. That is available in this Slim range in the in-wall models, and can I tell you, our home cinema system with our WSS 430s, which you can see the high-frequency unit there, is a fantastic, discrete, compact 5.1 system. So yeah, definitely one to consider. They come with a very clever backbox design on them. It's a partial backbox on the in-walls. The in-ceiling, I suggest you have a look on our website and have a look at that. It's a ported backbox system, so there's a small port bung that can be removed to give you an extra amount of frequency at the bottom end, which is a great design by our engineers. Just a quick summary then, so you can see the difference between those key ranges, the core, the Slim and the Super Slim. Those are your minimum depths you've got in each range. Obviously there are maximum depths, so I haven't shown those on here, but for general use, core for ceiling and in wall, the Slim offers you that little bit of extra get out of jail free option, and then the Super Slim range, 50 millimeters of depth, a real industry leader. Control performance, we're very proud of this range with Monitor Audio. This is a range that's provided with mineral filled acoustic backboxes on the products. Again, in ceiling, in wall options. They perform to a particular specification because of that acoustic backbox. So we can obviously suggest these to those who are wanting to minimize leakage between rooms. If you're trying to look for a particular SPL output in a room and you need to measure that through before you're designing a system, the control performance range is the range I would look at. They're fantastic as a pair of ceiling speakers in a residential location where you have other adjacent rooms that don't want that noise leaking out of the back of a traditional open back speaker. These all come with the standard options, so magnetic grills, pivoting tweeters, those switches for all the compensations, and of course it features our IDC pivoting module as well. At the top of the tree, it's our reference, our Platinum 2. This is the second generation of Platinum, and this is the custom installation models which are available to our custom installer accounts. This gives you the option of specifying to a customer either a stereo pair or a full multi-channel system of our flagship technologies, and those speakers are either in-wall, as you can see on the top picture, or the in-ceiling model, which is shown at the bottom there. They all feature our distinctive, our flagship micro-pleated diaphragm, the MPD high frequency unit. Special, obviously, attention has been paid to the in-walls, so if you want to use that product as we've got it shown here in the horizontal fashion, the whole of the array rotates to keep obviously the beam of high frequency in the correct plane, and less than 100 mil depth on those in-wall speakers, so you can have a flagship speaker, an in-wall speaker, without having to compromise on battening out walls or designing a room in a different way if it's pre-construction. Those Platinum in-ceiling speakers are excellent as well for Dolby Atmos usage. So more into our interior design-led products here. This is a more recent addition to our portfolio. This is the FlushFit range of speaker. So we do a great little 3-inch driver speaker, little coincident driver, which gives a great spread of sound from its size. These can be installed either in a pre-construction fashion, so you would fit a mud bank, a pre-construction type bracket onto the surface before it is skimmed with plaster, and then once that surface is complete, when you fit the grill onto this in-ceiling speaker, the grill front is absolutely flush with the surface. You don't get any of the showing of grill shadow or anything on the ceiling, so great for an interior design point of view, matching it with lighting installations, that kind of thing. It can also be installed, however, as a retrofit. So you have a customer who's looking for discrete small speakers to fit into their space. We have got a patented little retrofit bracket, which effectively folds in half, posts through the hole that you cut, and snaps into place and is held with just 3 bolts. So there's no plaster involved in that one. It is a fantastic design of speaker. We also do a matching subwoofer to go with this system, so a passive subwoofer, which you can see pictured there on the bottom right of the slide, the ICS8. That unit has been designed, very clever design, which I'll come on to later on, but allows basically for us to fit a high quality audio system into spaces where normally you wouldn't be able to fit a subwoofer or speakers. Definitely one to look at, combined with our custom installation amplifiers. You can make a great audio system in a conscientious customer's home or commercial space. The other product that we do in our discrete range is invisible. Single product here, plaster in invisible in-wall speaker. This one we do show at a lot of our trade shows. Sadly, those can't take place at the moment, so please have a look on monitoraudio.com, have a look for the IV140 product page, and you'll see a very important and informative video showing you how one is fitted into the wall. But effectively, that speaker is to be fitted in pre-construction projects where you just fit it into the wall, plaster over that front membrane, and you'll be producing great high quality stereo sound if you're using pairs, or you can put multiple products in the same room. They work fantastically, as just mentioned, stereo pair, or also with a subwoofer, and they can provide background audio in locations as well. Not one to be using, I would recommend, in home cinema, front channels, anything with a full frequency range, purely because of the design of the product, but excellent for giving background sound or rear channels in a multi-channel system. It comes with a very clever back box, so it's a hybrid type design. You can either open it to give you increased frequency and response, or leave it closed if it's going to be fitted in some way. You might get ingress, and also it comes with a protection circuit design in there. So if the worst were to happen and the system were to be overdriven and that speaker would potentially causing any damage to the unit itself or the plaster in front, it will go into a protection mode for around 10 minutes to stop any issues. That's a great one, saves you digging it out of a customer's wall. The Pro range is aimed at commercial, so this is taking technology from some of our lifestyle speaker ranges like Radius and putting those driver unit technologies into a range dedicated for commercial use. So we do a multi-pack arrangement here, where you can purchase 5 of each of either the 6.5 inch or the 8-inch speaker models. Very competitive pricing and great for popping into a client installation when the prices are being pinched. They feature things like pivoting tweeters on the both speaker levels, the 6.5 inch and 8-inch models. We also offer in this range a 100-volt line version, so there's an 8-inch 100-volt line version. It has the option of 4-ohm speaker connection or dedicated taps for different levels of resistance. So you can use that in your 100-volt line installations and have tens of those fitted onto the end of a channel, up to, I believe it's 13, 14 will fit on the end of one of our custom installation amplifiers, or depending on your third-party manufacturer, different numbers on that amplifier. It's the model, the 100-volt line model is also the one that features the fireproof steel rear can and obviously anchor fixing points, which are big tick boxes for those kind of installations. Our all-weather range are the start of the weather-resistant models. So these have been introduced in the last 4 or 5 years. They are perfect for installation in environments where there's unstable temperature, there's a potential of water, dust, ingress from that kind of thing, temperature fluctuations. If you've got that usual bathroom installation and the customer's had previous speakers that have corroded, or the grills have discoloured, this is the range to look at you. So the AWC speakers, all weather. We offer 2 different sizes of drive units of mid-bass drivers, 6.5 and 8-inch. We do in this range a single stereo in ceiling in both of those sizes as well. And yes, they come with all of the tick boxes in terms of using as an extreme environment. So stainless steel grills, uprated magnets to hold the grills in place. So if you're going to use these in marine and places like that, they haven't got the issue of grills becoming dislodged. IP rated, obviously IP55 rated, as we state on there. The climate range is one of the longer running ranges that Monitor have done. This has been refreshed in the last decade or so. These are more akin to a traditional hi-fi speaker, but using outside. They're supplied in stereo pairs. Generally, we do have a single stereo speaker variant as well, but there's 3 different sizes of the drive units in this range. They come with all the bracketry required to fit them onto a surface in the box. So you've got a rotating on-axis bracket and also a wedge in there to give you multiple angles, multiple options for installation of these speakers, and they can be mounted horizontally or vertically. Fitted on the rear of the unit is an ABR, so that gives you a little bit more bottom end punch, especially needed when you're outside and you don't have those acoustic boundaries. They come in a textured finish, a nice white or black finish, and aluminium grills. They are paintable, and that can be done if needs be. You can remove the grills off the front of these and spray the grill. Instructions are included in the manuals, which are available online, just to give you a good guide on how to paint these products. There is a knack to it, but once you've got it, then yeah, that's the way to do it. Moving on from climate, introduced in the last couple of years a range of outdoor speakers, taking that idea of the climate range and giving you wide dispersion and high quality audio performance, but in a much more attractive package. So here you've got the Vector range, which is a beautiful cabinet. It tapers to the rear, so it fits great into vertical corners, and it's swung horizontally, and that fits really well across into the soffits underneath there to hide them away. Available in a couple of finishes, white and black, all of the IP rated, UV resistant, stainless steel grills. We offer on this one, as you can see here as well, a 100-volt line version, the model with the suffix LV, and those can be installed singly, pairs, triplets, or you have the option of our V cluster mount, which is a great pole and cluster design where you can have an orb of these 4 V240 LVs hanging down in your environment, which is great for a lot of commercial installs. Climate Garden, that is our range for in the garden. A great subsat type system, a couple of different size satellites, which all work off a 100-volt line, and a couple of subwoofers, one which is designed to be buried in either planters or into the ground, as you can see pictured on the bottom right there, which is the CLG W12 So that's a 12-inch driver inside a subwoofer outdoors. That really underpins those satellites very well. It's great for customers who have a party pad and want to enjoy focused sound in an area where they found previous outdoor audio systems have drowned out the guests nearby and have annoyed the neighbours but not provided coverage. Our Climate Garden system is excellent for that. If you pop onto the website, you will see a case study for that, and also we give guidance on how to install these products, either with the optional mounts that we give. So there are optional mounts to purchase, either for mounting on vertical surfaces like trees, pergolas, fences, walls, or there's a spike that will fit it into material like soil. Custom subwoofers, we offer 2 passive models. So these are the IWS10, which is an in-wall subwoofer, 10-inch panel using some of our flagship drive unit technology. That fits nicely between 14-inch stud bays, and a single one of those or a pair of those is great for home cinema applications or underpinning stereo in ceiling speakers. We have a specific design back box. It's not shown here, but that is available to give you the optimum performance, optimum air movement in that back box, and also stopping any leakage of sound. I've already touched on the ICS8, which I won't go back into again, but that is there to underpin our in-ceiling models. The active subwoofers that we do, 2 models, an 8-inch and a 10-inch driver version. These are very much designed for custom installers. So as you can see the list of inputs and options there, IR, RS232, both types of balanced and unbalanced inputs. You've got signal sensing, and you've got a great program and applet that you can load onto your Windows software with a USB cable plugged into the back of the subwoofer and alter the EQ, which is great for obviously in situ getting that to work with your systems. Passive models that we do are soundbars. So unlike an active soundbar, these are dedicated left, centre, right compartments inside the cabinet, with separate speaker terminals on the rear of these soundbars. Brilliant as a 3.0 system just to augment TV sound, but you can also couple them up with our subwoofers and obviously a pair of rear speakers with an AV receiver. Atmos could be added to it with an Atmos capable AV receiver, or keeping it simple, as I've noticed there, the little discrete compact custom install amp we do has 3-channel output and also a sub pre-out, so you can combine that with one of our subwoofers and give a customer a standalone room system that has access to augmented TV sound, Bluetooth input on there as well. All those brackets there compatible with the Sanus TV mounting system, so you don't have to start buying adapters. Soundframe is a very interesting range, and one that I think gets overlooked a little bit too much. This is a great hi-fi speaker, but based on or in the wall. You order the product in a single either black or white finish, and you get the matching frame and grille in the box. But you are then able to customize it so that the customer can leave it at that finish, or they could in time choose to remove the grille, switch it out for a different piece of artwork at an additional cost, or they could completely remove the frame and the grille and replace with one whole frameless grille, which you can see in that sort of example image in the bottom left of the images there, which then opens up obviously to using our library art, or it can be a customer bespoke image which they can submit to us. And we will get printed onto the canvas and mounted. These are very high performing on or in wall options, so they feature the 3-way design, the IDC module on there, and they're very well thought through in terms of install. Things like the terminals for fitting speaker cabling, as you can see, sited on the front of the product, and the cabling is fed through instead of that annoyance of trying to fit onto terminals on the rear of product and getting it leaning out from the wall. Finally, we've got streamers and amplifiers. This is a big jump forward for Monitor Audio in the past couple of years. We now offer a whole host of power amplifiers with varying inputs onto the back of them in terms of zones. So we scale from a 2-channel right up to a 12-channel amplifier and multiple models in between. They either size from 1 to 2U, all come with rack mounting ears onto there. They'll fit into the 19-inch rack mounts. You can daisy chain these models up. Some of the models feature a bus, so you could feed a source component in and feed out to multiple zones, multiple power amplifiers, or indeed there's multiple options on the amplifiers in terms of the basic models of switching. So you can get it to auto sense on audio inputs, or switch on via a voltage trigger, or up to the connected models, which are the units that feature an Ethernet connection. They have a full configuration interface which you can access through an IP address, and that allows you to customize those units to your heart's content. Obviously, those connected models, they are have drivers available for them for the popular control systems we obviously support. So it'd be Control4, RTI, and Crestron. IMS4 is the latest introduced custom install product that we've got, which is our streamer. That's based on BlueOS technology. So you've got 4 independent zones of music playback through that product, and that couples very, very well with our custom install amplifiers and onto our speakers to give you a whole house or a whole location solution. So finally, just to wrap up, so we keep you within time, we support our dealers with a number of accreditations and a number of avenues. So we're a CEDIA, obviously manufacturer is a CEDIA member, obviously part actively of that group. And also the CEDIA designer therefore reflects that it has our whole product portfolio in there for you to design your home cinema or media rooms. Please investigate that, and obviously depending on your level of accreditation with CEDIA, you can access the different levels of our products. We're active on social media, so you will find all our goings on monitoraudio.com, and you can find links to our social media there. But on all the platforms, if you search for @MonitorAudio or #MonitorAudio, and indeed any of you installers out there who are proud of your installations and want to obviously highlight the use of our products, then please tag us, and our social media team will do some free advertising for you and spread the word. In terms of installing our videos, there are comprehensive installations instructions included with our products, but nothing beats sometimes a visual explanation. So we have a whole host on our YouTube and Vimeo channels, which are available publicly and to our dealers for things like installing and setting up of our products. A custom install magazine called Insider that spotlights a lot of our installs that we do, some of the very best around the world. That can be from residential to marine to there's a great example there of a restaurant which used some of our latest Vector and in-wall subwoofer products. So it might be some inspiration in there for you to glance through. That is available in digital form on our website, or hard copies available out to you. Hopefully that's given you a quick whistle-stop tour of all our custom installation products. As I say, if there are any additional questions, please send them in to webinar@monitoraudio.com and we'll respond promptly. Otherwise, just leave me to say thank you very much for your attendance. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week at Essential Install Live, and let's see you soon.